we doing finding out the gender? Are we doing a gender reveal?
Yeah.
Stop. I feel like there's lots of advantages to having a home birth. I don't know, we'll see, but hopefully we get to move house. I thought the sun is shining. I've got lots of food in the house. I don't have too much planned today, but I thought it was a good day to go on a picnic. We haven't been on like a proper picnic in a very, very long time. Picnics are such lovely things to do around the summertime. It's just a nice budget friendly family day out. So I thought, do you know what I'm going to do? Instead of just making the same old lunch and sitting at the dinner table together, I'm going to make a picnic. So I've got my picnic basket and we're going to make a really lovely picnic. We're going to take it out. We're going to bring a picnic blanket out somewhere. I've had lots of pregnancy questions, so I thought I'd do a little Q&A while we're out on our picnic, because I'll be obviously with Lawrence. It'll be good to like answer some of your questions together and just make a nice budget picnic. I've got some rolls lined up. I can bring some fruit. I'm gonna make this potato salad, which I found in I think it was the Good Food magazine. It looks so good, such a good, like, just a nice jazzy way of having potato salad and bringing it in your picnic. So I'm going to make that. I found the recipe in one of the magazines I read on the Readly app. I've worked with Readly before, but outside of Readly I'm a customer. That's because it's probably one of my favourite apps ever. So the app holds thousands and thousands of magazines. Any magazine you can think of, you'll be able to find on Readly. My favourites are the Country Living, the BBC Good Food, Delicious, the Country Homes and Interiors. I love all the sort of country homes and interiors and all the food magazines. Quite often, because magazines by nature are very seasonal, so they come out every month, I find it's such a good way of sort of browsing, reading through, getting some home inspiration for the seasons, but also getting some recipe inspiration for the seasons. Like cooking seasonally, I think is a really good way of keeping on budget, but also trying new things, eating really well, nourishing your body really well. And yeah, as I was browsing through one of the magazines, I found this gorgeous potato salad recipe, and I'm loving a potato salad right now. It's actually the only form of potato I'm liking right now, so I'm really excited about this. Readly is also amazing because you can download magazines, you can read it offline, you don't need to have Wi-Fi or internet connection. I tend to use it on the iPad, but also if I'm going on holiday, I tend to download quite a few magazines, and then I'm able to read it at the airport and on the aeroplane and around the pool and things like that. The amount of things you can find on there is just crazy. Gardening magazines, food magazines, baby and mum magazines, wedding magazines, car magazines. There's just anything you can think of. There's also some great kids magazines on there, so occasionally I go through some of them with Oren, which is really lovely. But yeah, if you use my code, you're going to get a great discount. You're going to get a free trial for 2 months, the first 2 months, which is very, very good, especially if you download it now and you've got a holiday coming up or the summer holidays are coming up. So get some home inspiration, food inspiration, have some magazines to read whilst you're on your holiday. So use my code because it is only for a limited time only. I also love going through like the Christmassy magazines, but we're not going to go there just yet. We're going to focus on the summer because the sun is shining, which is so rare in the UK. And I thought, well, I've got to grab, what's the saying? Grab both horns by the bull, grab both bulls by the horns. And get us all outside eating a nice lunch in picnic format. So I've just got to dig out a picnic blanket somewhere. I've got some water bubbling for the potatoes, and then I'm going to make some rolls. We had a roast chicken dinner yesterday, so I've got some leftover roast chicken, so we're going to have roast chicken rolls and some fruits and things like that. So it's going to be a proper budget, nice, lovely lunch. Good excuse to get some vitamin D on our skin. Get out as much as you can. So let's get on with making the picnic.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna
This recipe, this potato recipe calls for spring onion, parmesan, gherkins, capers, mayo. The potatoes are just cooling down, so I'm going to make a nice potato salad. I've got some nectarines. Nectarines are one of my favourite things at the moment. Crunchy, lovely cold fruit. I did have some strawberries, but they've gone a bit funny, which is a little annoying. So nectarines it is. If we have any crisps, we might have Pringles. I'll bring those as well. But yeah, just doing the final touches to our picnic, and then we gotta go.
Take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two.
Okay, potatoes have cooled down, so I'm gonna make them now. Just a little tip. Adding the juice from gherkins, pickled gherkins, is always a good idea in sauces. We add them in like our burger sauce, potato salad sauce. It's just got a really nice flavour to it. It's got lots of dill in there. And like, I think there might be mustard seeds, but it's just got a nice flavour. Just a little bit, not a lot. So I'm gonna add a spoonful of this, mayo, capers, and the cheese and stuff, and then the gherkins and the spring onion.
Darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back some.
Okay, that's our picnic packed. I feel like just for like a nice little lunch, chicken rolls, fruits, and a potato salad is probably more than enough. So I'm just gonna go grab a nice blanket now, and then we're gonna make our way. Oren's really excited. He's just in there watching Andy's Dino Adventure. But yeah, I'm going to start loading up the car, and then we're going to go on our lovely little family picnic.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain. Beauty in the mundane. As the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
Hungry.
And now there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within.
No, we're not going to do that angle.
If I get close, will I still be in the shot?
Yeah, there's loads of room. Just a bit.
Alright.
Okay, Lawrence is trying the potato salad that I made.
Okay. Alright, looks good.
Try it and then dissect the flavours.
No, okay.
That's what I think you should do. Some more chicken roll. Have a bite?
Oh, no.
So I'm guessing.
What are you doing there?
I'm just looking at the sheep.
So we got mayonnaise, cheese, capers, gherkins, and spring onions. Anything else?
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
Oh, you did say
I
cheese.
said cheese, yeah.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
I said we'd answer some of the questions, do a little Q&A.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Which questions?
about the baby.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Absolute top question has been
Yeah.
gender. Like, are we doing finding out the gender? Are we doing a gender reveal?
Yeah.
Do we want to know the gender? What do we think it is?
Well, do you want to answer that?
Well, yeah, so we're not going to find out, although I have to say I'm very tempted this
Yeah.
time round. Like, we didn't find out with Oren. We just let it be a surprise. And then it's so great having that surprise. But this time I'm really tempted.
You're like doing the wrecking ball with those apples.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it a surprise.
I think we're going to keep it a surprise. We completely understand. I got a friend at work.
Rose.
Got a friend at work who needs to know. He needs to know, and I get that, but I'm kind of.
Yeah, I get why people need to know, but also it's nice to have that surprise.
Yeah.
It's not that long. It feels long, but
Yeah.
it's not that long.
No. And I think I don't think it wouldn't change anything. It doesn't change any of our preparation, doesn't change anything at all.
No.
So
Go on a bit, honey.
Let's play football.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then. So yeah, we won't be finding out. They're playing football, so we won't be finding out. How long were you TTC? Oh, trying to conceive. It was a little bit of a surprise, so we weren't really. Yeah, it wasn't long. Okay, and then I had lots of questions about first trimester, hyperemesis gravidarum, sickness, things like that. So with Oren, I had the HG, which was really rough. So basically, where you can't stop being sick the whole time, to the point where I was in hospital and I was told I'm like, basically you can get really unhealthy. Yeah.
That sheep did poo over there.
That sheep did a poo over there.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's okay. That's where sheep poo in the fields.
The farmers drive it up.
Yeah, the farmers actually use it because it helps the grass grow. This time round has been still very, very difficult, but easier because I was prepared. I knew that I'm probably someone who's always just going to be very, very unwell. Obviously, pregnancy is different for everyone, and each pregnancy is different. I just think the amount I was sick with Oren must give me an indication that I'm going to be really unwell again. Yeah, so this time around has been easy because I was prepared, so I just knew if I was that sick for Oren, I'm probably going to be that sick for another baby, so I need to be prepared. So I was doing lots and lots of things, just making sure I've got loads of vitamin D, lots of magnesium baths. Knowing that I was going to be very unwell, I was a bit more prepared. So right at the very beginning of the pregnancy, I spoke to my midwife and the doctors. We did actually have a holiday booked to Cyprus, which I just cancelled because I just knew, as soon as I found out, I knew I was going to be really, and I was very, very unwell. We would have been in Cyprus on my week 9, and my week 9 I was extremely unwell. And it just would have been such a miserable time. I wouldn't have been able to do anything. And when you go on holiday, you want to have a nice time. Like, the whole point we were going was to have a nice time as a family. So we rescheduled that. But also I went to the GP. I did get some tablets, some anti-sickness tablets. They don't really help with the nausea, but they do help settle your stomach so your stomach keeps food down. It was a necessity for me, otherwise I would have been in hospital. And when I've got like a 2-3-year-old, I'm just thinking, do you know what? I need to like be there for him and with him as much as I possibly can, and not be in hospital. And yeah, so it is a fine balance. I was prepared. I also, with Oren, I had the HG obviously. I did go on the tablets in the end about week 8, but or week 9. But also because I'd let it get that far, and what I was doing, because I felt so nauseous, I wasn't eating, because when you feel really nauseous you don't want any food. And when you do not eat, when you've got an empty stomach, it's so much worse. It's so true what they say little and often. Just whatever you can, little and often. I ate a lot of sandwiches, like just eat like half a sandwich here and there, quarter of a sandwich here and there, start the day as soon as I wake up, a sandwich. So M&S have made a fine dime out of me. Hello. So yeah, that was what got me through, eating little and often, the tablets, water, and obviously Lawrence. But it has been really, really tough. There's just been days, weeks on end where I just, it feels like such a distant memory now, which is why people get pregnant again, because they forget how horrendous it is. But I just know at the time, like being in tears most days because it was just that horrendous. Like my biggest aversion has been the house and the air fryer and things like that. It's been so hard mustering energy playing with my toddler as well, but luckily I'm feeling like my energy's coming back. I don't want to like get into it all too much because I have got a first trimester vlog coming, so I'll only answer a couple more questions. But the next really popular question was about home birth, which was probably one of the most common asked questions. So everybody was asking, will we do another home birth?
Okay.
Probably. Did you have a fall? Probably. It all depends. Like we had a home birth with Orin and it went really well. So yeah, I mean, I would like to do it again. I feel like there's lots of advantages to having a home birth. Confident my body will definitely know what to do second time round as well, because if it knew what to do first time round, it knows what to do second time round. So I'm hoping I'll go into natural labour. I'm hoping... Oh, you've got poo on your arm. Can we wipe your arm? Sorry, I don't know where the camera's pointing because I can't see. But I've got itchy nose. So yeah, we'd like to do a home birth again. It was really lovely with Orin. It's so nice being at home and sort of like, I remember with him, he was a summer baby, so we sort of gave birth and then it was like 11:30 in the morning and the sun was shining. We had the back doors open. We were sitting on the sofa.
What's that?
A sheep wool. Wow, you found some wool.
What's that wool come from?
Wool, that's a sheep's wool. It comes from a sheep. Yeah, it was really lovely to be like chilled on the sofa. The midwives were just like, they cleaned up and everything and we all had tea and toast and it was sunny day. And then I climbed into bed with this tiny little newborn baby and was cuddling straight in bed. And our neighbour brought us around some pasta and sausages. And it was just gorgeous. I think for me, having a home birth was quite centred on like the aftermath. I think for me, the home birth was quite centred, like the reason we sort of went for that. We were very much like, whatever's going to work out on the day will work out. I didn't actually properly plan anything at all, but home birth just happened to work out for us. But the reason we did was mainly because of the after like the 4th trimester, postpartum. So it was very much about having a positive afterbirth experience, because I know of girls and women in my life who have had a baby who have had a negative afterbirth experience, and that's affected their bond with the baby, and I was very much in tune with that, and I very much wanted to have a good bond with him and work on that. And I honestly think being at home and having that lovely start, that lovely first 24 hours, and also having a non-traumatic birth, I feel extremely grateful that my birth was non-traumatic, and I absolutely pray that the next one is non-traumatic. We never know, but I know lots of women have traumatic births and that can really affect a lot of things. So yeah, the fact that the home birth is just such a lovely experience into motherhood was just so nice. Another question that kept popping up was, are we going to be moving house before the baby's here? I'm not going to like go into any details or anything until it's just 100% happening, or maybe even like the day we move, but our plan is to, yes, and hopefully things just flow in the right way. It would be great if we could move in before I give birth, but who knows what happens. I'm not going to get my hopes set up, but I have met the home birth team and I have met my home birth midwife. So if I give birth in this house that we're currently in, I know who will be with me, because that's really nice about home birthing. You have the same midwife throughout and then for your birth. So I know, I think it might possibly change the midwife if we're in the new house, who knows. But again, that'll be fine because the home birth midwives, all midwives I've ever met are amazing people. I don't know, we'll see, but hopefully we get to move house. Sorry, I don't want to just like stop those questions, but I don't want to get rammed by this sheep that just came running up to me. Hello. Okay, stop there. Stop. Stop. I haven't got anything for you. I haven't got anything for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry, I was just like mid-question and then
Mama, what those sheep did to do?
they came and said, hello, have you got any food for me?
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to ram me then. Yeah, so I'll quickly answer a new question, but I will put this in my first trimester video. But lots of people asked how my toddler's reacting to it all. I'm not making a big thing of it at all because it's just not a big deal for him. Don't want to like make it this big thing where we all have to be sort of focused on the baby. I'm trying to be really casual around him about it. So it's just another baby. He's my firstborn baby, and then there's going to be another baby. Just because I don't want him to feel like his position as like my baby and my boy, like my little boy. I don't know. I don't want him to feel like he's now a big grown up and that's it. Like, because to me, he'll always be my baby. I'll always love him the same amount as any newborn baby. And I know I'm just worried that when the newborn baby's here, he'll feel left out. So I'm trying to make it really, really like non-pressure. I'm not making a big deal of it. There's no like telling my toddler I've got a baby in my tummy, because I don't know about you, but if you tell like a 2-3-year-old that you've got a baby in your tummy when they've never experienced it, they have no idea what you're talking about. So there's no point in going on and on about it. So I'm making it really low key. My friend recommended these books that you can buy off Amazon. I'll link them down below, but it's about just reading through them about how mummy is a home for another baby and there's going to be another baby in the family, and things like that. So I might get one of those books, a couple of those books, and read those with him, just because like it's really hard to explain what's going on to someone who just has no idea. The only thing I've been saying is soon mummy will have 2 babies, Orin and the baby growing in my tummy. So I think he sort of gets. I think he sort of gets it. Genuinely, I have no clue how to deal with it. I don't have a clue. Like, any advice of people that have had siblings for their first children, I would love to know, because I actually don't have a clue how to properly handle it. I know that, you know, people have said tips of like when we first introduce baby and Orin, it's like we won't be holding the baby. We'll just leave the baby somewhere neutral and introduce him, just so Orin doesn't sort of see. I don't know. But yeah, any tips would be really, really welcome on that, because at the moment I'm just playing it really, really casual. But I also don't want to under prepare him. So yeah, feel free to give me any tips. Anyway, I just answered some of the most popular questions that came on Instagram. I will answer some more in-depth ones and like give you a more in-depth update in my first trimester vlog, which will be coming soon. I better go and play with my toddler and husband and Karen enjoying our picnic.